All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Kakadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Al Shai. Okay? And what we're gonna get into this morning is responding to a video done by the beloved Elder Abaya, the brother from down in the Mississippi camp. Ak of Judah 2011 is his channel. We also share, GMS Prisons of Yahweh Shai channel as well. Subscribe to be edified. And he did a lesson, going to 1 foot in the world and 1 foot in Yahawashai. All right, dealing with men that are lukewarm, especially those men, that have been around, for quite a while, in this thing of ours. Okay, because we at the time now where more is being required of us in the spirit than ever. See, the closer we get to the end, the more that's required of us in Yahawashai, because this world is dying and Yahweh, the kingdom of Yahweh Shai is being transitioned, okay, into power. Okay, so we should be more tapped into the kingdom that's coming into power rather than in the kingdom that's dying. Okay, and it's based on faith. You see, as we really believe, okay, well, faith produce works, which we're going to get into that. Now, I want to address something else too, Elder. All right, uh, yeah, the beloved brother Elder Manata Zakba, okay, he did a lesson concerning this guy that be on the comment board. All right, he's often on several brothers comment board, and the brother Elder Manata Zakba, okay. Matter of fact, let me see. I think that's the brother that's on now. Okay, yep, and that's the spirit. Okay, um, yeah, and then it's a spirit that you on here now, bro. The brother Yahawashi, Judah, Israel. Okay, which I was wondering, whether you're gonna come on or not. But since you here, you know that the elder brother Manata Zakba just did the lesson, and GMS, we're one unit, so you can't have alt, with different brothers and GMS and pop on other brothers coming board like it's all good. Okay, that's what we not gonna do. You post all these scriptures, all right. You don't do any works, and you post scriptures contrary, okay, to the lesson, man. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, we not gonna play them games. You know, like I say, the brother Elder Munatas Akbar been peeping. Seeing how you been moving, and pretty much you're contrary to what we teach. So here it is, you don't believe what we believe, but you come around and you jump on everybody comment board and post all these scriptures, but you don't do any works. And you try to justify that with scriptures, all right, as if all you have to do is just believe. Well, that's the beginning of it, believing, but faith should produce works, and we're going to get into it. And when the scriptures say that we're not saved by works, that's talking about the works of the law, okay? Because clearly the scriptures speak about works. The apostles that wrote these epistles, okay, there was a labor. It took labor to write those epistles and put those letters together, okay? There was a labor. As Apostle Paul was going around to these different churches, okay, in the midst of, a pretty much there was always a bounty, on the Apostle Paul head, okay, with the threat of imminent death. The apostles was laboring and toiling in the word, and we're going to get into it, okay. But from here on out, bro, don't come on the coming board, man. You know, because you know we don't move like that, man. You see, you know we move as one unit. So that brother put that video out on you, okay, and you pop up today like ain't nothing going on, man. That's that effeminate woman spirit, man. And we don't move like that, man. So from now on, bro, don't be on the comment board. Go do your own thing. Since you believe what you believe, just go sit somewhere in the room and just believe. Okay? If that's what you think is this thing is about, is just believing with no works, then just go sit in the room and believe, bro. You know? But all that on different, you got disagreements with this brother and that brother, but then you on this brother page. Nah, we don't move like that, man. All right, big bro El Manata Zakba put the video out, and you excommunicado, man. Okay, persona non grata, man. Go do your own thing. Go sit in the room and believe. Okay, just stare at the TV and wait, man. Okay, so now let's get into some precepts. You know, they're the spirit. And if any of you brothers see him on anybody comment board and you're a moderator, get that guy out of there, man. Okay? And he's just gonna come post a flurry of precepts, okay? But he really don't believe in what we believe, man. Okay? And the spirit calling all things out, man. Okay? But any of you brothers that's moderators, and you see that brother Yahawashi, Judah, Israel, okay? Get that guy out of there, man. He not right. Okay? And the fact that he, you know what I'm saying, bounce around and he know he got out with different brothers, you know, that's some female type shit, man. You see? So let's get into the precepts. Okay, this is Galatians 3 and 10. Now, when the Apostle Paul was speaking of not being justified by works, he's talking about not being saved by the law, the works of the law. Okay, but laboring in his ministry is different from the works of the law. And we're going to get it. Galatians 3 and 10, it says, "For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. For it is written, curses everyone that continue not in all things which, okay, which are written in the book of the law to do them." So you read this in the NLT. "But those who depend on the law to make them righteous with the Most High are under his curse." So if you're depending on your works in the law, what you got Jake pushing that they can be justified by the law today, but if you're depending on your works in the law, that's impossible. There's no salvation in the works of the law. We keep the law to the best of our ability, but that ain't where salvation resides. Okay, you're not going to be justified because no one can fulfill the law. Only YAHAWASHI did that, and he did it for all of us, man. Okay, and because he did it for all of us, that doesn't make the law void. Okay, well, we don't have to keep none of it. But being justified by the works of the law, that's impossible. And that's what the Apostle Paul was speaking about when he says no one is justified by works. Okay? And we're going to show you what he really meant. Okay? We're going to show you what the works are. Okay? This is, but those who depend on the law to make them right with the Most High are under his curse. For the scriptures say, curses everyone who does not observe and obey all the commandments that are written in the Most High's book of the law. Verse 11. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of the Most High. It is evident, for the just shall live by faith. Now, when it says the just shall live by faith, well, if you're living by faith, that's an action. Okay? If you believe, it should produce some type of action, man. Okay? And those are the real works. Okay? But just saying you believe with no action, then you really don't believe. You see? So let's go to Romans. All right? Apostle Paul was speaking about the works of the law. Is no man justified? You see, Romans 3 and 27 says, "Where is boasting then? It is excluded. By what law? Of works? Nay, but by the law of faith." Okay? So you can post it and you can say, well, I'm justified by faith. Well, what does faith produce? Shouldn't it produce works? And we're going to get into that. Can we boast then that we have done anything to be accepted by the Most High? No, because our acquittal is not based on obeying the law, it is based on faith. So the works that we're not justified by is the works of the law. Okay? But if we say we believe, that faith is going to produce works. Which you go into the book of James, okay? It's the book of James, chapter 2, verse 14. It said, what doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he have faith and have not works? Can faith save him? And we're going to go into the works that this is speaking of, man, because it's not talking about the works of the law. Okay, it's talking about being action oriented in the faith, man. You see, if a brother, all right, it says, if a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warm and filled, notwithstanding, you give them those things which are needful to the body, what doeth it profit? Yeah, so there's a practical labor that goes with our faith. You can't just say you got faith and you just sitting there idle. No, man, there's a practical labor and toiling that's coupled with our faith. Okay, in this ministry, man, if we believe, there's things that have to be done, okay, to show that we truly believe. You see, you look at our forefathers, Abraham, okay, he wasn't justified by the law, okay, but he had to show his faith, okay, he had to physically, all right, bring Isaac, okay, to that altar. Okay, get the altar prepared. There was a work. There was a work to prepare that altar, to sacrifice Isaac. Okay, to actually get ready to, slaughter Isaac as a sacrifice before he was stopped. Well, those his works. Okay, showcasing his faith. When Abraham was told to depart from his father, hey, there was works. He had to depart from his inheritance, man, and go start his own inheritance based off faith. Okay? You see that? So when we speak about the faith, faith is coupled with works, man. King David had faith, but guess what? He had to go fight Goliath. There was a labor. There was a toil. You see, he didn't just sit there and look at Goliath and say, I believe. Nah, he had to get active. You see? So this bullshit of you just believing and you nothing and you good, that's some bullshit, man. And that's an excuse to be lazy, man. Okay? That's just an excuse to be lazy, man. And try to ride the wave, man. It ain't gonna work like that, man. Every brother gonna have to get down for their crown, man. Every brother gonna have to jump in and get down for their crown, man. Okay? According to the portion of faith that you got. Because each brother got different portions of faith. Each brother got different talents and spiritual gifts. Okay? But we all supposed to be working those talents and gifts that we was given and getting down for our crown, man. Okay? But Jake want to take the easy way out, man. The comfortable way. Nah, man, this thing hey, you got to get down and dirty. You go out to toil. Okay? It's going to be some strained relationships. It's going to be some opportunity that you're going to miss, financial opportunities that you're going to miss out on with all this sacrifice in this thing, man. Okay? Hey, hey, we got to get dirty before we get glorified, man. We really got to toil in this thing, man. Okay? So going into it says, even so faith, if it have no works, is dead being alone. Yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. Okay? He said he's going to show his faith by his works, man. Okay? So there's a labor and a toiling in this thing that's required, man. Okay? What did YAHAWASHI say when you go to these parables, man? Let's get this in Matthew 9. Okay? Matthew 9 and 36. It says, but when he saw the multitude, he was moved with compassion. Okay? And YAHAWASHI saw the multitude. But when he saw the multitude, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd. Then said he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. The laborers, that's a work. It said the harvest, which represents the elect that are ready to be taught, are plenteous, but the laborers, the men teaching, are few. Okay? So this is a labor required in this thing, man. You see? And if you say, well, I'm not a prophet, I'm a help, well, what are you doing to help? Okay? What are you actively doing to help, man? This is a labor and a toil, because you want to go under the banner as a helper, as a cop out to just chill. Nah, man, what are you doing to help? What is it that you do to help? You got to ask yourself that question, man. If you say I'm just a help, what do you do to help, man? That's a labor in itself as well. Okay? So going into it, it says, pray ye, verse 38, pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers, okay, into his harvest, man. And when you go into dealing with agriculture, that's a tedious job, man. Okay? That's a very tedious, okay, it takes a lot of dedication. You can't just plant seed and then a few months later you just go reap the harvest. Nah, man, you gotta toil daily in that garden, man. Toil daily in that field, which is now the YouTube, man. Okay, and the garden is the hopeful elect of Israel. Okay, things have to get purged off. Okay, certain behaviors of the world that will be like weeds that grow up in the garden, or even certain niggas that pop up are like weeds in the garden. They gotta be plucked out, pulled up. Okay, certain individuals, with the garden, you got to purge, certain branches off so the other branches can flourish. Certain character flaws that we had in the world had to be constantly purged off and cut off so we can flourish in this truth, man. Okay, videos, and they go and they purge certain character flaws of certain individuals in the vineyard, certain of the hopeful elect that's in the vineyard, man. So this is a daily work. Okay, you can't neglect the garden, man. You tending to. You're directly in the garden as a prophet tending to the vineyard, or you help and that helping those men that are doing that, man. Okay, and all this, I'm gonna help. Well, what are you doing to help? What do you do? Okay, what the hell do you do, man? You see, because everybody is required to get active in this thing, man. Even as you women, because the woman, if a woman have a husband and has and she's saving herself for a man of the Lord, and she's being cultivated by this word to be compatible with the man of the Lord, well, guess what? She's all right. That's part of her works, okay? Because we're not telling you to sow a seed with money, all right? But the fact, if you're a woman and you're putting yourself in a position, okay, to be compatible with a man of the Lord, because that's a daily work to restrain from this world, because this world is women friendly to where women can just go get on. There's simps out there. There's all these different things. If you're a woman with no integrity, you can go on. So that daily restraint is part of your works as a woman. If you have no husband, if you have a husband, your works are serving your husband, man. Okay. If your husband in the truth, your works are serving him. And YAHAWASHI. Okay? If you have a husband that's not in the truth, well, your conduct is supposed to reflect the wisdom, all right, that you're gaining and being cultivated in on a daily basis, man. You're supposed to be a reflection of what you're being taught. That's your works, man. Even if your husband is not in the truth, that's still your works. Okay? So the Lord is requiring work from everybody. All right? Whether your works to your unbelieving husband eventually get him to be converted, or the Lord, he make moves either way. That's your works until further notice, man. All right. So everybody should be actively involved doing something, man. Okay. That's saying you believe and you just Nah, man, that ain't the place. Like, you gotta be active, man. You can't nation build with people chilling. Okay, that's nigga culture. You can't nation build with niggas chilling, man. Everybody gotta be active, man. Okay, and that's why you had the law where you would kill a slothful, rebellious son, man. Okay, because that nigga ain't worth nothing, man. And the Lord finna do the same thing. Okay, He's finna activate the judgment. Okay, when it comes to slothfulness, man, especially you men. You see, so let's go there. Let's get another one. All right, showing you that this thing requires a labor, man. When you go here, another another parable of Yahawashi. Okay, um, the book of Matthew, chapter 20, verse 1. For the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man that is an householder which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard. Okay, so who's the householder? Yahawashi. Okay, and we're those hired laborers. You see that? This thing is centered around working. The apostles and elders, they are an example of what this thing is about, which is the works, man, laboring, man. Okay? And all these things, well, I need the balance, brother. I need the balance. Well, goddamn, what you need? A spa day every other day? What you need? Okay? We men, we're working, man. Okay? Drake feel the slightest little bit of pressure. Oh, I need a spa day. I need the balance, brother. And you don't see them for 2 weeks, man. They all these excuses getting played out and ran to the ground, just like Jake did with the sacrifice, man. They ran into the Lord, just fed up, man. Okay, so all these excuses that Jake is coming up with, man. Hey, the spirit is getting well. The spirit, all right, is finna start dealing, man, in judgment, man. Okay, Yahawashi gonna start removing candlesticks, man. And that should be a scary thing, man. That's one of the things I fear the most. The Lord removing that candlestick, man, that inspiration to do videos, inspiration to believe and be active in this thing. You know, that's one of my worst fears. Okay? With all these excuses and we men, man. Get your ass up to work, man. Okay? The Lord not dealing with that spirit of excuses, man. Okay? America has made a lot of men goddamn soft, man. Jake want to live this soft ass lifestyle, man. You see? But nah, man, we're called to labor, man. You see? We've been hired laborers in this thing, man. Verse 2, and it says, and when he had agreed with the laborer for a penny a day, he sent to his vineyard, and he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace. Okay? And these are what we see, men standing. You see all this business going on around you, toiling and laboring around you, and Jake is standing idle in the marketplace, man. Okay? But they have so much to say on the comment board, man. You see? Verse out about the third hour and saw other men standing idle in the marketplace, and said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. Again he went out about the sixth and ninth hour, and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, why stand ye here all the day idle? And unto him, because no one have hired us. He said unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that ye that ye shall receive. So when evening was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward, call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. Okay? So this is the payout. But if you remain idle and you never got active in the vineyard, you're not going to get the payout. okay, which is the kingdom. And every brother's going to have the rank and, their portion in the kingdom, but every brother is going to receive rulership, all right, in whatever capacity, okay, that's meant for us under YAHAWASHI. Okay, but if you remain idle, you never get active in the vineyard, you're not going to get that reward, man. Okay, everybody want to eat, nobody want to hunt. Everybody want to pull up a chair to the table. No one wants to go through their process, all right, to get their food to the table, man, which is the hunt. Okay, you see, everybody want to eat, nobody want to go fish. Okay, nah, man, you got we're called to be part of the whole process, man. You see, and then it's a labor and going to the apostles to show you. All right, let's get this. Um, let's get 1 Corinthians 15. Show you that this thing is about a labor, man. Okay. So let's go here. So let's get this in the book of 1 Corinthians 15 and 9. It says, "For I am the least of the apostles, and am not meet to be called an apostle, because I persecuted the church of the Most High. But by grace of the Most High, I am what I am, and His grace was bestowed upon me was not in vain." So this grace period that we have, we shouldn't be using it in vain. Apostle Paul said the grace period that he received, because he know that he was an enemy of the church at one point, but the Lord showed him grace and brought him into the light. Okay, showed them the truth, just like we were enemies to Yahweh before we came into this thing. Our life was anti-Messiah before we came into the truth, man. Like Apostle Paul. Okay, but is he giving us grace to repent? Okay, to come into this understanding? Okay, it shouldn't be in vain. Okay, what are we doing with this truth, man? Okay, why are we here? What do you believe? God damn, do you believe? Because here it is, you say, I got faith, but god damn, if you believe, faith should produce action, man. And the more you believe, the more action it should produce, man. Okay, the more you should be sacrificing for this thing, man. Okay, when you keep going, it says, but I labored more. It says, I'm gonna read the top again. 1 Corinthians 15 and 10 said, but by the grace of the Most High I am, and His grace which was bestowed upon me was not in vain, but I labor more abundantly. Wait a minute, I labor more abundantly. Talking about a labor, okay? The Apostle Paul ain't contradicting himself. He knows you're not justified by the works of the law, but he understands that there's a labor that goes into this ministry, man. And the Apostle Paul, you see his body of work. The Lord put the Spirit on him to write most of the New Testament, man. He has more works than the rest of the apostles combined when it comes to, these epistles, man. You see? So it says, but I labor more abundantly than they all, yet not I. So he's not giving himself the credit, but the grace of the Most High, which was with me, because it's the grace of the Most High that's the driving force. Because if we show that we appreciate this grace, because even doing videos, all right, that doesn't that it's not going to equal out to the reward. What we're doing is not going to equal the reward that we're going to get. It's a token of appreciation, man. It's us showing we appreciate the Lord's grace, man, for bringing us into this thing, man. You know, it's a thing of appreciation, man. We work for the King. Do you appreciate working for the king? Okay. Blessed are they that come into the courts. We've been called into the courts of the king in the spirit. And then I say that those excuses is getting to the point where the Lord's going to be highly offended at these excuses, man. When someone goes out their way to make arrangements for you and you make an excuse, okay, that's highly offensive, man. Okay? Imagine if you work and toil and labor, to put a feast together. You go into your own treasury and you spend this money, you spend this time, you don't, inconvenience your own family, to convenience other people. Okay, and when it's time for their feast, you just get people not coming, man. You're gonna be highly offended, man. Okay? And these bullshit excuses that Jake got, because all these excuses is bullshit, man. Okay? And if you don't have no time throughout the day for the Lord and you entangled in this bullshit world, okay, that's diminishing, that's a goddamn scam. Okay? Because if you call up in the world, you call up in the scam. Of course, we got to deal with this world to a degree, because we all got obligations in this world, man. But if you're entangled in this shit, you know, shit, you got, the way you're thinking got to change, man. Okay? So, going here, let's get another one. You got to, what's that? This, yep. So now, because Jacob talking about I work this many hours, I do this and I do that, and I got this going on. No matter what we do in America, this is some bullshit. America is a big scam. Okay? I refuse to work all these goddamn hours. I'd rather cut back on my lifestyle than to work 80, 90 goddamn hours a week, man. That's some bullshit, man. Everybody gotta do what they gotta do, because we don't know brothers over here. Goddamn, man. The Lord ain't got us here to work 190 goddamn hours a week in this bitch, man. This shit over with, man. Do this thing, man. The Lord will start freeing things up, but guess what? We gotta sacrifice. Okay? Everybody, there's a sacrifice that's required for everybody. And can't nobody make that sacrifice for you. Everybody gotta make that sacrifice that they gotta make, man. Okay? No brother can make the sacrifice that you need to make for you. You gotta make that sacrifice, man. And we all get to a point to where we know this is my sacrifice. I can't do this. This is in the way. That's faith. Even making certain sacrifices, man. Do you believe that the Lord can take care of you, man? Okay? Because one thing about it, it's a lot of us that's able brothers. I don't doubt my ability to go get some money at all. I don't doubt that ability one bit to go out there in the world and get some money. Okay? But do I believe that the Lord gonna take care of me if I focus more on Him? Do I believe that? That's the test. Okay? Going to work all these hours and got all these hustles and all this shit going. Okay, yeah, I believe I can go make that happen. But do I believe that He'll take care of me if I invest more into Him? Is He gonna provide? Okay, and the Lord, He's doing it. He has done it. He's doing it now. Okay, but everybody take that leap of faith, man. Gotta take that foot out the world and put that YAHAWASHI, man. Okay, and we and when we do things, there's a practical aspect to everything, man. You gotta understand your overhead and what you need to run your situation. Okay, scripture speak about writing in what's going out and what's coming in, so we're responsible over our day-to-day affairs, and understanding what's needed to keep us afloat. Okay, But as Yahawashi increases and we increases, man, hey, our lifestyle is Yahawashi. That's why the scripture say Yahawashi, who is our life. Our lifestyle is Yahawashi. Okay? And we should be more and more available for Yahawashi as this thing, all right, gets into the stretch, man. Because everybody protected. At the end of the day, everybody gonna want to be protected when this shit go down. You say you believe and you know you're an Israelite, everybody gonna want their protection, but everybody don't want to work. Goddamn. How that work? Everybody wants spiritual power. When you know when the standard lifted, everybody gonna be want spiritual power. But then when we had this grace period to work, then goddamn, but you want spiritual power, but you couldn't give 10, 20 minutes a day. You see? All right. This Second Corinthians 12 and no, it's 11. Second Corinthians 11 and 23. It says, "Are they ministers of Hamashiach? I speak as a fool. I am more. In labors more abundant. In labors more abundant. In stripes above measure. In prison more frequent. In deaths off." So NLT. 2 Corinthians 11 and 23. "Are they servants of Hamashiach? I know I sound like a madman, but I have served him far more." Okay, now let's get into to labor, man. Let's get into the word labors. Okay, so you go into the word in the Greek. It's
2873. Kappas.
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 All right, kappas. Okay, which that's the Greek word for labor. So you go into a definition. It says to labor. It says intense labor united with united with trouble and toil. Okay, it said labor, pains, weariness. Okay, weariness, man. Yeah, you're gonna be tired when you really serving the Lord. You get tired, like you get physically tired. Okay, and what's going on in the world? You're researching. You're putting together precepts. You see, you're going into words. You're watching videos, staying in the loop. Okay, yeah, it can get wearisome, man. I know you've probably seen some brothers, dozing off on camera, man, a little bit. Hey, that's what it is. You see these athletes, these boxers in the 12th round where they can barely throw a punch. Okay? You see these intense, games and these players are breathing hard. Well, guess what? We need this, we gotta have this same intensity in the truth, man. You know? And of course, you get your rest. Rest is important. Sleep is important. Okay? You see? So it's not saying you don't never sleep. Well, yeah, you're gonna be tired. Some nights you just gonna be tired. Fuck it. And no matter how many hours you sleep, you're gonna still be tired. So yeah, you get your sleep, you balance as much as possible. But at the end of the day, man, hey, we going all out, man. We gonna leave it all on the field, man. I'd rather be tired a little bit, be weary, okay, than full and get hit with a nuke, man. Full of energy, cause we ain't did no labels to get hit with a nuke. I'd rather be tired and changed at the twinkling of an eye, okay, than to be around here full of energy and get hit with a nuke, man. Be out here umping Jacob trouble, man. Okay, so let's keep going into this verse 24. It says 5 different times. All right, I received. It says of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one, so he was beat. Thrice was I beaten with rods 3 times. Once I was stoned. Apostle Paul was stoned to death. Apostle Paul was stoned to death, was resurrected. and went back to doing the work, man. Okay? And Jake complained about a goddamn 10-hour shift. Okay? Or your family or whatever, man. Everybody got families, man. Majority of brothers got families. Even people outside their immediate family that depend on them, man. Okay? So, brothers, all these excuses. Apostle Paul got stoned to death and was resurrected and got on the block, man. You see? He said, thrice I suffered shipwreck, a night and day have I been in the deep, and journeyings. Okay, he says, I have traveled on many long journeys. I have faced danger from rivers and from robbers. I have faced danger from my own people, the Jews, as well as from the Gentiles. I have faced dangers in the cities, in the deserts, and on the seas, and I have faced danger from men who claim to be believers. I have worked hard and long, enduring many sleepless nights, okay? I have been hungry and thirsty and have often gone without food. I have shivered in the cold without enough clothing to keep me warm. And besides all this, I have the daily burden of my concerns for all the churches. Okay? And no one in this truth right now is going through a tenth of what Apostle Paul was going through, man. Okay? We got these comfortable cars we drive in, these comfortable houses we stay in. Okay? Access to too much food. Okay? Access to unlimited wine and liquor. Access to all these different things, man. All this entertainment at our fingertips. Okay? Well, then Jacob had these excuses, man. The excuses is played out, man. The spirit of YAHAWASHI Shai is getting to the point to where, hey, YAHAWASHI gonna start moving candlesticks, man. Okay? And one thing about it, if you're a man of the Lord and the Lord has to intervene, all right, if we're a man of the Lord and the Lord ever has to intervene with getting us back on track, it's gonna be ugly, man. If it get to the point to where he got to intervene to get us back on track, uh, because we're of the elect, shit can get ugly. Because when Most High intervene, he lay shit down. He make it impossible for you to do what you want to do. Okay? It can get ugly when he intervene. When it get to the point where when we miss, that self-correction, we don't have that self-correction working in us. Okay? And it get to the point to where he got to intervene, the shit can get ugly, man. Okay? But if you're not of the elect, eventually Yahweh Shai just going to remove your candlestick and he's going to take that 1 foot that you got in him and he's going to put it in the world and let you go do your thing, man. Okay? And this is what we get with it, man. You see? Nobody has to beg. Hey, it ain't to the point to where you gotta be big to do any goddamn. All right? We shouldn't. Hey, a prophet shouldn't have to be big to prophesy, and a woman shouldn't have to be big to be no goddamn woman, man. Okay? Because that's labor in itself, begging somebody to do what they supposed to be doing, man. That's that you creating work. You Let's go here, and we can end it here, man. I ain't gonna make it long. Okay? And just for the record, I think beyond Yashalogist, with my brother. I think that brother Beyond thought I seen him. Yeah, bro. Well, yeah, bro. I know you just tapping in, but that brother I don't know if you seen that elder brother with Natazak, Natazak by video dealing with that guy, your Harless Judah Israel. You know, but hey, wherever you see that guy, hey, block him immediately. You know, because he pop up on the comment boards of different brothers videos and he's found out to be contrary, and he really don't believe what we believe, man. you know. So yeah, bro, I know you be active on the comment board, you know. So uh, when you see that guy, you know, get him out of here, man. You know, we gonna let him do his own thing. You know, we're gonna let him sit, okay, in the living room and just believe. Okay, we gonna stay active, man. Okay, so let's get this and we'll end it here. Second Ezra 9, all right, and 7. It says, and everyone, all right, that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, okay, by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed, okay. So works are a part of it, man. If you believe, you should be at work, okay. You should be active. We should be active, man, okay, where our life reflects our faith, okay, and it shows the Lord that we're serious, man. You see, it's gonna come with sacrifice. See, Jake don't want to sacrifice. Jake don't want to commit to the dedication that comes with, okay, being, all right, a teacher in this thing, man. You see, why Jake don't want to step into the dedication, man. Don't want to step into the responsibility to record, but Jake don't want to dedicate to that, man. Okay, especially as we find out what our lots is, man, and we tap into our lots. Jake don't want that dedication, man. Jake don't want to be dedicated. Okay? And Jake think they gonna ride the wave. Okay? Nah, man, you should be part of making waves. Okay? So um let's read this again. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, the dangers, and shall see my salvation in the land, and within my borders have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So it was already preordained for the elect to believe and get active in this thing, man. You know, that's a token that someone that could be of the elect by what their actions, man. Because their actions going to show their faith. Okay, so we're not showing faith through action. Okay, do we really believe? Okay, because the mouth can say anything, lip service, you can say any goddamn thing, man. But what you willing to sacrifice for, and what you willing to work towards and put time and labor into, that shows faith, man. Okay, so that's the point. You know, just wanted to get into that. All right, because you know that spirit of slothfulness, okay, is heavy on the scene, and the Lord not dealing with that, man. And that's speaking to myself first and foremost, constantly examining ourselves, man, making sure that we really believe what we say we believe, and are we willing to sacrifice more? What can we do to sacrifice more to gain more of Yahawashi, man? Okay, so Lord will you brothers, all right, and you sisters edified to the next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Bob, soon, Shalom.